A lot of praise for Liverpool after that wonderful win over Barcelona, and quite rightly so. Someone that hasn't had that much praise is Alisson, the goalkeeper.
I thought you were going to say me for a moment.
Well, you get the praise you deserve, I think. As part of the goalkeepers' union, what did you make of his performance last night in that crucial clean sheet?
Listen, Alisson has been outstanding throughout. I thought he was good in the first leg, though it's hard to make that claim after you've conceded 3. And Lionel Messi has the game that he does, and that will always be the headlines. But I think you get to appreciate Alisson as importance to this Liverpool team on nights like this, when you come up against a Barcelona who, okay, by their standards were poor in the second leg, and as an attacking force didn't offer an awful lot. But he managed to keep the score at a respectable level in the first leg. And then as Barcelona hunted that all-important away goal, I thought Alisson was simply outstanding. And during the course of this season, and a lot will be made of Liverpool's defence and how much better they've been with Virgil van Dijk ever since he came in, player of the season, and rightly so in my opinion. I think defenders can only be as good as their goalkeepers allow them to be. And on the other side of that very same coin, as a goalkeeper, you rely so much on your defenders just for protection. But when you have that understanding, I think both work so well, complement each other. And you've seen that at Liverpool with their back four and their goalkeeper. I know you're seeing it in the results.
What's his best attribute?
I think the best thing about Alisson is how good he is at every single thing. Oftentimes you sit here and talk about goalkeepers with their distribution, or their shot stopping, or their communication, or leadership, or just an overall presence, or how well they take cross balls. I think the thing about Alisson is he is amongst the best in world football today in every single department. There aren't many goalkeepers better with their feet. Probably the best two right now are Stegen and Ederson, and that's with a push. I don't think Alisson is lacking in that department, or if he is, he's not far behind those two. In terms of shot stopping, again, I don't think they're any better in the game today, and if they are, not by an awful lot. Every single department, he is in the top 2 or 3 in the world, and I don't think you can say that about anybody else.
This is about Alisson. You've mentioned Ederson. Let's take a look at the clean sheets in the Premier League. And it's no surprise the top 2 in the league are way clear of everybody else as well. How much is that to do with the goalkeeper they have in front, the defenders they have in front of them, or the goalkeepers themselves?
Well, I think, again, it goes hand in hand. If you, as a defender, know that you're not going to beat my goalkeeper from 30 yards, barring something, incredible, then you don't go charging out and shutting the ball down from 30 yards. If, as a goalkeeper, you know that my defender is going to show the attacker to the short side, whatever side that is, you can take your position in the corner, and you know what you're doing. So you don't, I don't think you can separate the two. They do complement each other. And you're seeing that in the way and in the results from both Manchester City and Liverpool.
Doing Italian football, I remember when Alisson couldn't even get a game for Roma.
Yeah, behind Szczesny.
And that's the issue. But now we've seen him at one of Europe's top clubs, becoming one of Europe's top goalkeepers. When David De Gea signed for Man United, you and I had a chat here, and I said, what's his weakness? You said he doesn't have many, but his footwork could be improved.
Yeah.
I'll ask you the same question about Alisson. Any weaknesses?
I certainly haven't been able to pick up on any, no.
What can he improve upon that he is doing right now and doing well to take him to best in the world status?
To be honest, right now, we did best in the world a couple of weeks ago. I had Ter Stegen 1 and Alisson 2. I'm seriously rethinking that. Again, if he is behind Ter Stegen still, it's not by an awful lot. I'm not sure what else he needs to do. Maybe at times he takes a couple of chances with the ball at his feet, but
you have to in the game that we play now.
Exactly, and that's just how he is. That's his personality. Certainly as a goalkeeper, you don't want to change that and then end up taking away from something else that he gives you. So if I'm advising Alisson or Klopp or whoever it is, just keep doing as you're doing.
Finally, I want to take you back to when you played and kind of correlate it with what we see now. For Ederson, he's mainly had Laporte he's always kind of there in front of him. For Alisson, he's pretty much always had Van Dijk. Now, Matip has changed with Lovren. Stones and company have kind of interchanged along with Otamendi as well. How important was it for you as a goalkeeper to have at least one centre-back that you knew you could hang your hat on?
Yeah, I think that, again, that you can't be understated. How important it is to have a rear guard that you understand, they know you're thinking, and sometimes that understanding goes well beyond just regular communication. And it certainly helps. And then even as you chop and change and that back four rotates for whatever reason, there's not an awful lot left or that's taken away in that whole relationship. These are the relationships, the kind of understandings that great teams, title-winning teams are built upon.
There's no doubt that Mohamed Salah was probably the best signing that Liverpool have made from Roma, but Alisson wasn't too bad either.